Alright guys, back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Last time, we visited the Snow Point area. Unfortunately, we only went there because we discovered a familiar face of, But the problem was, a murder happened and then Phoenix somehow fell off the bridge when the bridge was on fire, and now... what happens now? Who could that be at this time of night? Yes, Edgeworth Edgeworth? Whoa, whoa. Wait, we're playing as Edgeworth? Holy shit. Okay. Okay, I guess we're gonna be playing as Edgeworth. This is unexpected, okay. Edgy, get up! It's an emergency! Huh? Larry, you know what time it is. It's not Larry, it's Maurice. Maurice Duke's name. I don't even want to know. This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and... Wait, but don't hang up, it's an emergency. It's Nick. He took a really nasty spill. Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking, his life is in danger. What, Nutty? What happened? Tell me. Talk about a guy with bad luck, he may already be dead. Anyway, you gotta come back. You're the only one that can help. My Iris, my beautiful Iris, you need help. Alright. I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can. When I'm at the detention center, please hurry. It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while, but... it sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion if as I was expected anything to change. February 8, 2:19 p.m. You're late, Edgy. What took you so long? The music. I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet. Come quickly as I could. Well, you chartered a faster one. Anyway, but just listen. Something happened between... to Mr. Elise and Nick is Iris became... Huh? Say something, Edgy! Before I came in here, I stopped by the hospital to pay Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was a picture book author, Miss Elise Duxnan, and she was found by Wright in the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. Yes, that's right. You got it. But they arrested her, my sweet little Iris! And here I was convinced he was the one that police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these two items are for. What are you talking about? There are things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. It's the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other one. Couldn't be possibly be asking what I think he is, could be. But I'm begging you, Iris' trial starts tomorrow. With Nick out of the picture, you're all I got left. You're the only one that can represent her. What did you just say? You know, represent, defend, what were you expecting? Defend? Why do you think I called you anyway? I'm just a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor's a lawyer here. Don't talk to me like a kid. I graduated from a junior high, you know. But don't worry, I promise I won't tell. But I mean, I heard a paper bag, no problem, but fooling an entire court before. How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay? Please, Edgy. But listen to her. Listen to at least Iris' side of the story. So right, I wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all. Alright then. Thank you for coming. My name is Iris Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I'll at least hear what you have to say about the murder. Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Laurie said that He might even die. How much has she changed after the last few years? Fortunately, he'll be fine. Harry, you moron. How could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but he is unharmed. Thank goodness. But he's caught some kind of nasty cold. Cold? He's running a high fever and drifting out of consciousness. I must be imagining things, but this woman, I feel like I met her before. Now we get to see his Edgeworth's perspective. Interesting. The camera here is glaring at me. If something glares at you, it's only polite to return the favor. That's what I always taught. Is something wrong bothering you? Oh, excuse me. The guard is glaring at me. If someone glares at you, it's only polite to return the favor. Is what I thought. I was taught. Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, excuse me. I had to be serious voice pronouncing for once, thankfully. This is the evidence that we have. And we get evidence from Edgeworth, too. Received from Wright. He wasn't serious when he gave this to me. Was he? Phoenix Wright. My friend since grade school. Fell from dusky bridge and currently hospitalized. Homicide detective at a local initial investigation. My friend since grade school. I don't remember how we became friends, though. Victim of this incident. Picture book. The author unknown age. Larry's teacher. The defendant. A nun from Hazakura Temple. I know I've seen her somewhere before. Damn, we're talking as Edgeworth now. This is the voice I'll be giving him. I will be taken, okay? Alright, Iris. Alright. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something, if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before. It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave the Hazakura Temple. Hazakura Temple? What's that? It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power. Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well? No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them. In that case, what are you doing at the temple then? I have committed some sins. Sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there. And why I continue to train. To purify my soul. I want to ask you about last night. The night of the crime. Alright. I helped to clean up after dinner. And then went back to my room at about 8 o'clock. Later, I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10 o'clock. Bell. Ringing at the same time each night. I see. And then? I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there. Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to? I was frightened. Frightened? So I stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened. There's more to her story, I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder. Yes. However, you didn't go. Because you said you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? Of course, a psych lock. What in the world? Is there something wrong? I'm sorry, it's nothing. It looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. The psych locks. I believe he said I need to present this Magatama item to do something. Not yet, though. So you have any idea what really occurred last night? I think it was a result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed. Spiritual power? Yes, spiritual training has been the cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example. Iris, I'm sorry, but I cannot accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power. Yes, I understand. Most people don't. And I am certain that the victim that killed the victim was a human. So please, answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Duxnim? No. I'm not the one who took her life. Those Cyclops stings aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying. What's wrong? I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all you can tell me. Thank you for listening to my story. I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you. But me? Yes, at the trial tomorrow. He asked me to defend you. If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, I will gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands. But before that, I have one question. Yes? Do you know Wright? Why would you ask that? Whenever you came up in our conversation, you begin to act a little strange. Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you? He's a very dear and indispensable friend of mine. We've been on a rivalry for the ages. It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him. You deceived him? I don't think Edgeworth knows about that Mia case. I heard that he was a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. You know? I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth. Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering, you know? And until he learns the truth, I don't think he'll be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise. Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. But I gotta do some investigation first. Well, that's enough info gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. Mr. Wright, how bad is his cold? Well, his fever's very high. I gotta get used to the Edgeworth voice, you know? As a result, he's rather confused. He's worried about Maya, who is still trapped in the inner temple. And he's quite worried about you as well, it seems. Really? Yes, naturally. Once he recovers, I'll pass the baton back to him. No, don't. I'm sure that Mr. Wright wouldn't want that. He wouldn't want me to defend me. That's Mystic Elise Duxnim. She's a picture book author, or so I've heard. Does she come to Hazakura Temple often? No, this was her first time. It's just that. She was a very important visitor. Is that so? Yes, Sister Bikini told me. Be certain not to offend her. The victim, Miss Elise Duxnim. Prosecutor's office still doesn't have much info about her, it seems. Alright, that's about as much as I can get out of her. So let's go investigate as Edgeworth. Damn, the bridge fell down. We can't even go to the other side, huh? It is sure cold, alright. So this is it. Dusky Bridge. Wow, it's Mr. U. Edgeworth. Oh, Miss Gumshoe. Yeah. Detective Gumshoe.
Long time no see. It's been about a year, or has it been longer?
It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here.
Oh, ouch! And then there's that sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let me guess. You were transferred by HR to the local precinct. A wise decision. If asked about him, nothing up here should be quite easy to guard.
I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here.
Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe. He's impossible to get rid of.
I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene. Anyway, here I am, Detective Gick Gumshoe, reporting for duty.
Great. Thank you, Detective.
I thought Prosecutor Goodell was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you.
Prosecutor Goodell? Can we examine?
There's a little shack down here called Heavenly Hall.
A shack.
It's a rundown doghouse for losers that can't bear the freezing drafts of wind, you know? Kinda reminds you of my apartment, sir.
The name Heavenly Hall makes it sound like a palace.
Giving a hovel a great name is a crime itself. I call it false advertising. By the way, the name of my apartment complex is Compton Castles.
That's not such a great name if you ask me.
Well, it's not a great apartment either, sir.
I wonder if this was like LA dubbed. I think like fucking Edgeworth would probably be voiced by Ray Chase. I could see a Ray Chase as Edgeworth if this was like LA dubbed, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, what else do we got here? So this is the bridge Wright tried to cross.
Pretty reckless if you ask me.
I'm amazed he survived the fall from up here.
Yeah, he's one of the lucky guys, sir. Now I see how he managed to win his cases in court. Blind luck.
I can't believe he survived that. I think dumb luck suits Wright just a little bit better. Some letters are rightly engraved into a roughly cut boulder. Dusky Bridge. It certainly is an appropriate name.
You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty Bridge. I can see how you read it wrong, though, sir.
Oh my god, he's just like Maya. You're the one who needs glasses, Detective. Try reading it one more time.
Oh, you're right. It's Dusky Bridge after all. I guess whoever wrote this made a mistake.
My god! Oh my god, okay.
Hey, it's a public phone. You don't see a lot of these anymore.
That's true.
And since we got up one here, why don't we take a photo as a memento?
Well, sure, why not?
Oh darn it, I don't have a camera with me. I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera. I'll be right back, sir.
What's so special about public phones and why is he so fascinated by them? Look, it looks like a pretty good distance to that far cliff.
Yeah, it's gotta be around 100 yards or so.
Detective, that's not even close to 100 yards.
Well, I gotta admit, I'm not very good at judging distances.
It's about 20 yards or so, and impossible to cross without a bridge, it seems. Alright, that's all we can get out of that. Let's talk to Gumshoe. I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case.
It's simple.
Well, simple as it does, it's as they say.
You gotta know how much idea I miss that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing.
A witness?
Yeah, that bikini lady.
Bikini lady? Here on this freezing cold mountain?
Oh, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir.
I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive as a witness myself. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through?
Yep, I can imagine that being reckless myself. Look before you cross is how it goes, right? Or was it heat? And
is there something on the other side?
Yeah, there's some old building they call the Inner Temple. Well, we can't get over there without a bridge, sir.
Nani? Isn't Maya and Pearls on the other side of that bridge?
Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training, and now they're stuck there.
Yes, I heard that from Mr. Wright. It's Maya Fey.
Oh no, her again? Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the inner temple until tomorrow, sir.
Will she be alright in this cold? I cannot imagine if she'll have enough food. So how did this bridge burn down anyway?
We're 100% sure it was lightning.
Lightning? So who is this Prosecutor Godot? I never heard of him.
Oh yeah, he's a new guy. He showed up after you left the country. It's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy.
What kind of man is he?
He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good.
He's so good. How is it I've never met him before? Huh? Wait, didn't Edward said he knows Godot? No. Was that a typo? Or was it the fact that he really doesn't know Godot? Is he the lead prosecutor in the case?
You bet he is. After all, you know who is right in the middle of it.
You know who?
Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godot has really got it for Mr. Wright.
Oh?
Yeah, he seems to have some kind of grudge.
What would be the cause of this grudge?
I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something.
None of this is making any sense. I better look into this Godot myself. You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning?
Yep, just last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck.
Weather data? I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Let me see this. Snow with occasional lightning strikes 7 to approx 10 p.m. Lightning 10 to approx 11 p.m. Lightning struck around Dusty Bridge around 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fires starting and going out. Okay. That's gonna be important. Almost too detailed. Even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge.
Oh, Dad, we got that information from the witness's testimony.
Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who is this witness?
Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir.
Can I present something?
Huh? What's that thing doing on your lap, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is it really that odd?
You bet it is, sir. A prosecutor wearing a defense attorney's badge. That's like a detective with a license to kill.
Does this little thing hold that ominous of a meeting?
There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background, and we don't know anything really.
That's really rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author?
I'll bet you it was just one of those things, you know? She probably never expected to get so popular. Whenever something happens, this guy always shows up like he hasn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause of all these incidents.
You know, whenever he's around, an incident always happens. I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet. But you could say the exact same thing about him. Your face is more drawn out than the last time I saw you over a year ago.
Oh, really? I thought so.
No, wait. It's not so much drawn out as weary and tired, or maybe just plain old thin.
I thought that too, sir. My salary's been kinda on the low end, so yeah, my food options have been kinda non-existent. Off-brand chicken soup, off-brand spaghetti, off-brand bread, all that sort of stuff.
Thought you were really into instant noodles last year.
I got really sick of the stuff after a while, sir.
I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from our prior case, wasn't she?
Nope, can't be. We did a database check with her fingerprints and came up with nothing.
How? What? Huh?
I see. I just can't shake this nagging feeling. Well, everyone knows that you are quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's an old girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger.
Detective, where the hell did you hear such nonsense from?
I didn't hear it from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagine you to be, sir.
Do I really inspire this sort of frauding desire for the female masses? I usually hear about promising young prosecutor candidates while they're still in school, but I never seen or heard of this person.
I gotta admit, he's puzzling alright. He just appeared one day, a big smug of steaming coffee in his hand.
He sounds like an interesting man.
Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office really doubled espresso with macchiatos lately.
Alright, can we move on? Let's go to the main gate. Alright, we got some weather data. Yo, Edgy, what took you so long? It's so cold, my brain's about to turn to sherbet. I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Wright is going to be fine. And the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request from a defendant woman accused of murder.
Hey, wait a second, hold it! Objection! Why am I saying these lines? What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's kind of hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and... What kind of lame excuse is that, and you call yourself a defense attorney?
Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney. Just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing here anymore. Dude, Edgy, I don't see you for a couple of years and your heart turns to sherbet. I say no more like sorbet. It is rather cold in here. But Iris didn't murder her. Someone else did it. I just know it, okay? But so trust me on this one. Do you have any evidence? Ever romantic, aren't you, Larry? But nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton to Wright, that is. Alright. This gate looks quite old. Strong enough to resist the weight of time.
That's the Edgeworth I know. You got a real flair for words, sir.
I've always been known to appreciate this old kind, timeless elegance.
That's exactly how I feel, too. Take this coat, for example. Like a fine wine, it gets better with age.
Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point. I suggest you wash that atrocious rag you call your coat, detective. That must be the main hall back there.
A brilliant deduction, sir.
Oh my god. Are you trying to flatter me, Detective Gumshoe?
A brilliant use of suspense to build the tension, sir.
According to Wright, the head nun has some important info. I can't miss the opportunity to speak with her. I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains.
Say, this gave me a great idea.
What the hell is it? Something's telling me he's gonna... We are his on it or mine, whether I like it or not.
I got an idea for a brand new invention. It makes me even think even rich.
An invention?
Oh yeah, a car can then travel on snow. I call it a snow car.
You fucking dumbass.
So what do you think, sir? Would he go for a ride or something like that?
Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. Damn, Edgeworth is like, you know, Edgeworth, you know? I could see a small bell tower from here.
Hey, that just reminded me. There's always something I've always wondered about.
Something tells me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not.
They call a person who tells a liar, right? So do we call a person who rings a bell a beller? Or truer for a guy who tells the truth, oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight.
I have no idea he was such a deep thinker. Okay. Talk to you, Mr. Frickin' Butts. Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? I want to kill this guy right now. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Put it simply, your comment has made me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent Oh, come on! That cute can't possibly be a murderer. This guy is delusional. This guy. I was right after all. I should have never have come back here. No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time, honest. If I had a penny for every time he said that. Well, it's just that Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much, you know what I mean? Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry. Oh, forget it. I didn't say anything. Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry? Nani? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it? Nani? Get lost! Go back to your charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep! I hope your plane crashes and you die. I'm dying. I'll just ask one more time before. The guy who's voicing me is dying of coughing for some odd reason. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? And that's not good. He has 3 psych locks, motherfucker. As I suspected, psych locks. I'm sorry, man, you know me, I just don't remember. My short-term memory's a wreck, dude. Well, this is gonna be a pain, for sure. Can we present some, hold up. I know there's an achievement for this, but... Come to think of it, when you were a kid, you were always saying, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer and defend people, or something like that. That was a long time ago. But see, now you got a chance to follow your boyhood dream for a day. Edgy, you gotta do it. You gotta save my little Iris. Ugh. This is exactly why I hate childhood friends. Okay. Talk about Phoenix. He was a good guy, but a real pal to the end. When I look back now, I have nothing but good memories. What's with the past tense? He's not dead, you know. But yeah, you're right. But anyway, the guy owes me after all. I saved his life. What is that supposed to mean? If I hadn't called for help so quickly, he would have died. But it's no surprise, though. I used to be a security guard. It was all instinct, baby. He has a point. He called me pretty quickly, too. I think Larry's pretty good at motivating people. I just wish he would try to motivate himself every once in a while. Huh? Me? All you have to know is to remember not to call me Larry anymore. Nutty. I'm a new person now. I've been reborn as Loris Duxnim. Alright, fine. Let me ask you something else then, Larry. Please call me Loris if you don't. Then I'll call you Elise Duxnim. I still can't believe it. She was such a great person, but someone's pinning this murder on my sweet little Iris. Edgy, please, I'm counting on you. Well, frankly, I was hoping you could give me a little more than that. Well then, I got it. I'll draw you a portrait, how about that? Since you're kind enough to offer, alright. I have a feeling that she might be hiding something. Could be, but after all, she gets shy and gets embarrassed pretty easily. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Why not? Look, I know about this kind of thing. Come on, Edgy, but you were a guy once. Lots of girls are like Iris, you know I'm right. Well, you most certainly have convinced yourself, it seems. Man, I love shy girls like her. It's just so cute. You know what I mean? Still doesn't listen to others, I see. I guess some people never change after all. Alright, to the main hall then.
Oh, hey, hello there. How are you feeling? All right, I suppose. Oh, who is this?
Hi, my name is Miles Edgeworth.
My, a handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. Oh, if circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just...
Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you. I'm looking for a woman in a bikini.
Well, you have found her. Now what can I do for you, good sir?
I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis.
Haha, if you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. This is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
This
is exactly why your salary keeps getting cut.
Oh, my stomach is already growling in protest. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris?
Well, first, I want to hear what you know. As I examine this entire room, there's a flowing script written here on the walls.
Man, I bet you have an awful nightmares if you try to sleep in here.
This is our main hall, so it's protected by a variety of magic spells and charms. They're all designed to prevent evil forces from entering.
So I slept here till the Oogie Woogie Boogeyman wouldn't hunt me down for eternity, alright.
Does this guy ever think about anything other than sleeping, eating and sleeping? There's no more Enza cushions on the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack?
Oh, beats me.
Would you mind checking that out for me, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, yes, sir.
What is it?
Oh, here you are, Mr. Edgeworth.
It looks like an old manila envelope.
Oh, yeah.
What is it, Detective?
This could be it. An ultra-important clue. A super special clue.
I suppose I should read it for myself then.
It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Unless you want your secret to be exposed.
This sounds like a blackmail. This sounds like a blackmail letter. Maybe she dropped it.
Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let me check the court record. Who would send this? The only person that would be Bikini, but is there another person here?
What can I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor, super-duper prosecutor.
Well, I suppose it takes a super dumb, kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. What else is there? There's an altar with a giant Magatama shrine in it.
There are lots of candles lined up on it, too. You know, I haven't had a birthday party for myself in a while.
Maybe you should blow out those candles over there to make up for that.
Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind singing happy birthday to me? Happy birthday.
Oh, stop that! Don't cut that out! Please don't blow out the altar candles!
That thing sure casts a strong presence over the whole room.
This is the Lesser Magatama. It's practically a harem containing many great souls.
Oh, this is lesser. What is the greater one like?
The greater Magatama is displayed in the main room of the Fey Manor. It was supposed to be shown at the Treasures of Korean exhibit, but it was so large that it couldn't bring it down through the doors.
Oh, it's a warm cat box. Where are all the cats?
It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room.
Oh, look at those ancient straw frisbees.
Those are types of zabuton cushions called Enza.
Why are you giving me such a hard time, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Why?
Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, Detective. It's enough examination here, I guess. Let's talk to you. I have the crime. First, I would like to ask you about what happened last night.
Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple.
She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that?
I suppose about 9 p.m. when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. Channeling Dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Well, you must be right. You're right, it does sound exhausting.
Detective, this is no time for flattery.
Sorry.
Sometime around 11 p.m., you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple, so why did you come back here?
The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but I decided a different reason.
Oh, you get the chills pretty easily, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Alright then, I would like to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard.
It must have been past 11 p.m. Oh no, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie.
What?
I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground.
Huh?
The other one was stabbing her from back with a sword.
That can't be right. That really can't be, no? Did you see this criminal with your own eyes?
I didn't want to believe what I was seeing. And it was Iris.
But why? I mean, that makes her have a motive for murder with that note, but it can't possibly be her, no? After all, the Magatama believes that she's not the killer. He must have been quite shocked.
Of course she was. She was putting herself in her shoes. It'd be like seeing we were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of a courtroom. And I happened to be the witness from the witness stand. And I'd be pretty shocked, too.
I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. After I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed, and then I passed out.
Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid.
However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural.
Unnatural?
The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness.
I wonder what she means by that. Hold up. Alright, I understand that this is right now. It's been a while. Like 40 minutes into the video that you're saying, why did the setup change? Well, it's because I took a break. But now that we're back, I could finally start doing some voicing for this game. Anyway, this is Bikini. Why return? As for the head nun, it is your duty to stay with the Spotlight at all times, correct?
Oh yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is I got a bad lower back.
A bad lower back?
Yes, it is especially bad in the winter, so bad I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall.
So you left the disciple all alone.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out.
Yes, but she never ever went to the temple, did she? So did the head nun actually see Iris there? I think I'd better try to get some more details. Alright, the Acolyte. So who was the Acolyte that was trained at the inner temple?
Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I am ashamed to say. And after she went through some trouble signing up for the special course.
Oh, special course.
It's a training session where you sit on the block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times.
You don't mean to tell me that she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you?
No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one bit. Last night we still hadn't started the training session itself.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh dear, there's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this.
Do you know that small girl? I believe she's Mystic Maya's little sister.
Maya has a little sister?
Oh, you mean Little Pearl? That's Maya's Faye's cousin.
Little Pearl. Oh yeah, you never met her, have you, Edgeworth? Now that I think about it. Okay.
I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we finished with dinner cleanup, but haven't seen her at all since last night. She's nowhere to be found.
You mean she was with the victim?
It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back.
A little girl who was with the victim on the night of murder is gone.
As they say, the plot thickens.
Yes, Gumshoe, we get it. The plot has thickened so far. Alright. I think we have to present something, if I remember correctly. Maybe we'll present like a person? Ask her about Iris. You said you went to with Maya in the training hall in the inner temple last night, right? Did you happen to see Iris while you were there?
Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after the ringing the bell at 10 10 o'clock bell for the lights out.
So you're saying Iris did came to the inner temple then?
Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training.
But that doesn't fit with Iris's story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple.
As they say, the plot thickens again.
Something is wrong here. Let me see. Do you know about this? The thing here is about this battle. Make tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. We want your secret to be exposed. Okay? Can we present this? Do you know anything about this old crumpled up letter?
Is that addressed to Iris?
Yup, it clearly says to Iris on it.
I can't believe it. That girl doesn't have any secrets from me.
Ah, so Sister Bikini didn't know anything about it. Guess we'll move to the courtyard? This is the scene of the crime.
And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched.
Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around then. Still looks like the police are still investigating.
Oh yeah, by the way, I thought it better asked just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend that nun Iris at the trial tomorrow?
Yes, I will. I gave her my word and now I must follow through with my commitment.
Well, in that case, I've got to be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation.
Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed and I think most of it will flow on its own.
Oh, you got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap.
Yes, you do that, Detective. Just how much has your runny spout leaked over the years? Alright, let's see here. It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night.
There's something elegant about the light of a fire. And at the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight.
Detective, did you not afford to pay your electricity bill?
How did you know?
Because you're poor? What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff.
That belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Duxnam. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah. Listen, this is just between us, okay, sir?
Yes, what is it?
This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone else about this.
Alright.
The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard.
I don't believe you. That's it? That's all you wanted to tell me?
Well, that's it.
This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about the fingerprints? Were there any on it?
Just the victims.
Victims' fingerprints carried by Elise Duxnam when she was still alive. So the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon.
It sure is. It's called a Shinjusito, by the way, and that's a piece of work, sir.
There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood.
Oh, yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Shinjusito, too.
Fingerprints?
Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant.
Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon? That's not good for her.
What's wrong? You're looking really solemn.
Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? With the odds stacked against you?
Yeah, I figure it doesn't feel really good, huh?
To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. Yes, it is true. It is detrimental to health because you feel like you're gonna lose this case. Yeah, that's not looking good for Iris. We got to find a way to contradict that somehow. The main game is just over that stone wall.
Oh, stone walls! I jump over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all.
Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words. What else is here?
Oh, I just love skiing.
Really? You don't, seem like the type. Well, what about the sleds?
Sleds? Nah. They're a little too kiddie, you know. Messes with my hard-boiled image.
Okay.
What's with the silence, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is the world starting to go mad? Perhaps. The main hall of the Hazakura Temple is just above us here.
Hey, you're right. I'm pretty sure the main hall doesn't have a second floor.
Hazakura Temple was built on a steep part of the mountain. The front and back of the main hall are on different levels.
Oh, that makes sense. But wouldn't it be easier to just build the place slanted, sir?
I fail to see how he could consider that to be an even remotely good idea. Okay. Can we talk to you, Gumshoe? The victim.
The victim is a famous picture book author, Miss Elise Duxnan. Her entire past up until she went not anywhere last year is a total mystery.
It's hard to believe that this day and age you could still find people like that.
The estimated time of death the victim was between 10 o'clock and 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss starting from a stab to the back of the murder weapon.
Murder weapon.
The victim was found skewed with a giant sword, sir.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but there's one strange thing.
Yes?
The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from a height of a 2-story building.
A 2-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct?
Hey, you're just my right way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Elise Duxnan was staying in.
Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword. Lost from stabbing back. Body fell 10 feet after death. Now then, detective. Let's see if we can summarize what we learned so far.
Okay, let's take a look at the map.
Hazakura Temple's so far away, and this is the Inter Temple.
According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they finished dinner, she and Mayofe headed back to the Inner Temple.
Okay. And they're stuck there, no?
At 10 p.m., after the ringing the bells for lights out, Iris went to the Inner Temple.
Which is also sus as well.
When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. After taking a hot bath to suit her back.
Dun dun dun.
Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall.
The Inner Temple, huh? I'd like some more info about that place. Well, the trial begins tomorrow. But who's the prosecutor?
I'm pretty sure it's that Godot guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement.
What do you mean?
It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright got caught a cold, he won't be defending. He just lost interest.
I intend to appear in the court in the robe of the Fed's attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor.
Yeah, I could see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is going to be that judge.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't remember my face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We only met each other once, but there's a good chance he won't remember me at all.
Yeah, but what about the prosecutor?
I think they're talking about that other judge from his memory.
Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir?
There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, I had no idea you had a powerful string to pull.
Okay. What is this Inner Temple that Maya was supposed to train at?
According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for the training acolytes. It's on the other side of the Dusky Bridge.
The bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else that's on the other side of that bridge besides the inner temple?
Nope, not a thing.
Nothing.
The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there.
So the only thing there is the inner temple?
So it's not the kind of a place a person could survive in.
Please be alright, Maya. Maya's gonna be fine. I hope. I really hope nothing bad happens. Okay, I think that's all we really need to explore. Because we got a bunch of circumstantial evidence that we have here. Autopsy report, staff, and the sword. I think it's finally time we go back towards... I don't see Larry anywhere.
Maybe we scared the poor kid away.
His heart must have shut tight with the number of cyclops he had. I guess I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side. Alright. Let's go back towards... Suspension Bridge. And Detention Center. I think it's finally time we talk to Iris again. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind. But I've already told you everything, and everything that I... Iris, please remember, I'm on your side. You can tell me anything. Yes, thank you. I just finished speaking with the head nun of the Hazakura Temple. She testified very clear as to what happened. She said that you stabbed Miss Elise Duxton with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well. Nani? When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet, Sister Bikini says she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night. But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night. It looks like she's unwilling to tell me the whole truth. I wonder if I'll find any answers I'm looking for if I break through those cyclocks. Think it's finally time. What is Edric gonna say when I bring this up?
Take that! Take that!
Heh. I was frightened. Since I have been handling this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers, understand? Yes, sir. The smallest flame can sometimes bathe a case in a whole new light. In my years in the court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. And now, is it really true that you didn't go to the Inner Temple last night? Yes, I swear. I already told you that. Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened. That's right. If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what you were frightened of? You couldn't even leave your own room? No. I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you. Huh, that's... Well, Iris. Why are you glaring at me like that? You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you, isn't that correct? Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? What the? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way. But Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. I thought that letter was someone playing a prank on me. A prank? Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell that would cause me any grief. I wonder about that. Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I will never hide anything from her. No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. But however, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret to be told to. Mr. Phoenix Wright, isn't it?
Take that!
Phoenix Wright. Ah, you mean something to write, it seems. And I can't tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say? I should have expected as much. Especially from a friend of his. You got him! 2 of 2, baby. I haven't gotten Rusty, baby. Let's fucking go. Frightened. After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it. What is this heavenly hall that the letter mentions? It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge. A shack, huh? It's more like a broken down shack that no one will ever go near. Where is it on the map? Shack? It's like, oh. It's around here. To get to there, you must follow a small path down the Dusky... It's over there. It's right next to the bridge. So something must have definitely happened there. Reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought of that such a terrible criminal could be lurking in a heavenly hall is a possibility. I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it. So this is the secret that locked away in your heart. Yes. It looks as though I may have to visit this heavenly hall for now, and I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim that you have never left your room last night. Yes, that's exactly right. Ran lights out at 10 p.m. No one in her room until the murder was discovered. The problem is, that's her testimony, but I don't think her testimony is gonna hold up, isn't it? Alright, the trial starts tomorrow, I promise you. I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again. But when I do, you must promise me you will tell him your secret. It is pointless. Why would you say that? Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am. That's a vague phrase. Alright. I think we can how the heavenly hall? There's a sign that literally says that right here. Oh my god. Fuck it. Let's go to the heavenly hall. I think... What the fuck? Why is there a sign of Larry Butts and Sister Iris on these windows?
Whoa, not much of a view down here, huh? It's still better than the view from my apartment, though.
Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective. Who is it? Oh, why? Why does this always happen to Larry Butts? But when I find a girl I like, they always run away. But even I chased one of them to Japan. Its next is going to prison, I guess. But I'll steal that detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. Nah, I can't do that to someone who looks like he's down on his luck.
He's just talking to himself. Shh.
Be quiet and listen. I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again. Done that. What did he do, I wonder?
Hey, you! What about what you just say? I got an objection!
Well, there goes stealth. There's goes stealth checking. What the? Edgy? You dirty rat? Yeah, rat jam. Gumshoe, you oaf.
I'm sorry, sir. Who I knew, I was shouting out, objection! Like I was in the actual case, sir. And in a loud, commanding voice, too. I even pointed out with my pointer finger. Isn't it cool that you get to say, objection? You've watched too many of our trials. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What do you got to say for yourself? First of all, before I interrogate you, let us see what this place is. It's a little far, but I have a pretty clear view of Dusky Bridge from here. But I still can't believe it, really. What is it, Larry? It's nothing. It's nothing.
That sounds pretty sus to me, Larry. I'll arrest you.
Something about that statement smells, and you know what they say. It's always the butts. What is this festive-looking ornament? It reminds me of an art class in grade school. We used to have a lot of fun decorating the classroom with origami, remember? Well, Oh, yeah, but you never were any good at it, were you?
Oh, really?
Yeah, this guy was so bad he couldn't even fold a dollar, let alone a crane. If everyone tried to comfort him, he would just sit there sobbing.
Really? I never would have expected.
Be quiet already, I'll never forget the shame of that day. You want a crane? I could now make a perfect quarter-inch crane without a single flaw. You know, Edgy, nothing for nothing, but a quarter-inch crane without a single flaw is not easy.
Yeah, it's quite a feat, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
It's exactly why I hate childhood friends. I hate childhood friends. That's an achievement.
Oh, this is the Eagle River, sir. It runs pretty fast, so it doesn't ice over even in the winter.
If it had ice over, Wright would have been in some serious trouble.
You're right about that. It would have landed on the ice and slid downstream to who knows where.
Not exactly what I meant, but okay. The straw room is totally covered with freshly fallen powdery snow.
Wow, that makes a nice image, doesn't it? I always did like the rustic look.
Heavenly Hall, I suppose is an appropriate name in some sense. You got that right. Look at that bridge up there. Its place has to be heaven because that thing is hell. You would do well to remember, Larry, that this is a sacred place to some people.
That's a horrible graffiti problem you got there, pal.
You don't know anything, detective. This is art. It is a bittersweet love of my expression for Iris. Larry, do you know what the difference between graffiti and true art is? It's how the artist himself defines it, right? I should have seen this coming.
Well, if that's the case, then all my lunchboxes are masterpieces too, Frau.
What is this conversation we're having? Okay. Alright, talk to me, Larry. What is this little shack anyway? Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday. And why were you down here in the first place? Come on, I'm an artist. I was looking for a good place to sketch. I sincerely doubt it. Anyway. It's a great little place there. It's, artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power. It looks like it's about to collapse.
Sounds a lot like my apartment there, pal.
One thing's for sure, no one is likely to show up and disturb you here. Which is a sign. So can I get you something to drink? Some hot water, maybe?
He's getting all buddy-buddy on us, sir.
Listen to me, Edgy. You gotta do this. You gotta save Iris. Why are you so sure she's innocent? Is it because she's cute? Will you watch your mouth? Anyway, I made my mind up about it. I'm going to marry that girl. Good luck with that.
Mr. Edgeworth is pretending that he didn't hear you, so I'm gonna ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you?
No, not yet, but I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold. I very sincerely doubt these actual words are coming from her, and more coming from you anyway. I'm sure Nick would be surprised. He never imagined that I'd marry such a beautiful girl like that. Something tells me he would be shocked. Indeed.
He's getting roasted, man.
That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. I mean, what am I gonna do if she does get hurt?
What is this guy trying to say? He lost me about a mile back.
If you really want to know the answer to that, we're gonna have to drag him onto the witness stand. I guess we are gonna interrogate him in the trial. Come to think of it, you still haven't answered any of my questions. What were you doing? And what were you doing last night? Or where were you? Anyway. Oh man, didn't you have anything else to talk about? With that kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me. I don't think he needs to. Okay, chill out with those scary eyes. I got it. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. Something incredible. The Cyclops. Motherfucker. You have 3? Yeah, but let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days. What do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water. Why hasn't he realized that I absolutely despise talking about the good old days, especially with him? I remember they included like some exclusive episodes of anime episodes of Phoenix Wright involving the past, which is pretty cool, of the Phoenix Wright anime. Anyways, I haven't even progressed this because I need to finish this case, so I think it's finally time that we get some Magatama work.
Take that!
Night of the crime. Alright, now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night. Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk. That was a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. At around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping not for sure how long, but suddenly, zing! The world in front of me went white. Like I just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi. And then it was on fire. The bridge was on fire. The dusky bridge caught on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes? Hey, what are you trying to give me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth. There are still 3 Cyclops remaining. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen? Where you say? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the damn question. I was in my own room by the main hall. Where else would I be? As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there. There? What do you mean there? It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike from Dusky Ridge from your room. So you literally just saw it on your fucking, You said Heavenly Hall.
Take that!
This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple. It's pretty easy. What am I looking for? I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees and it's possible to see the bridge from here. Nutty? Well, why didn't you tell me that before? Well, how about it? How about what? Do you feel like talking now? About what? It looks like it won't be that easy after all. You leave me with no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then, where were you? You don't know that I wasn't in my room. So where was Larry? And why was he there? If I read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer would be fairly obvious. Very well then. Let's test my theory. The place you were witness lightning striking Dusky Bridge was from here. Heavenly Hall.
Take that!
Place you saw lightning strike from was naturally Heavenly Hall. Well, would I be hanging out in this whole shack? It's freezing cold, and so there's no electricity, and it could fall apart at any minute. Larry, how do you know that anyway? How do you know there's no electricity? After all, it's not even that dark yet. Uh-oh. In other words, you have provided just evidence to prove my theory. My theory is that you at least once in your life visited Heavenly Hall after sunset. Oh shit. I have to admit, I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick. That's nice. Now tell me, what were you doing at this cold little shack last night? That's what you might call a fair decor. I think you mean a fair decor. Ah, why are you speaking French? I don't like French. Even I visited Paris, but anyway. Could it be you were waiting for someone? Oh no! You are really one scary guy, you know. I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you. You were waiting for Iris, were you?
Take that!
There's only one person you wait in a horrible place like this, Larry. I told you before, don't call me Larry. The person you were waiting for was Iris. Oh, suddenly I feel so cold all over, Edgy. No doubt because of my chilly glare. So you think I got the hots for Sister Iris, huh? Do you have some kind of evidence? You got something that proves I was waiting for her, or are you just guessing? That's where I draw the line and end this ridiculous game. Here's the evidence that proves you were waiting for Iris. Wait a second, don't tell me. Don't fucking tell me. Oh my god, it's him. He made the note. Okay. Okay, fucking... I should have known.
Take that!
Here's your evidence. Here's your evidence. You called her to this spot with a pathetic blackmail letter. Oh, hey, give that back. You're embarrassing me. What are you doing with that anyway? That's not important. I misjudged you, Larry. What do you mean? Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that, you should be ashamed of yourself. Oh. First of all, what does this at the top of the letter say? Salutation. That's your concern, Edgeworth? Salutation here? No, that's what it said in that book, Letter Writing for Dummies. You're not supposed to be actually supposed to write that. That's where you're supposed to write Dear Iris. Ugh, I'm so sorry. That's why. It was just a harmless blackmail letter, motherfucker. So you were here in Everly Hall last night, were you? Larry. And you saw that lightning hit Dusky Bridge, didn't you? I'm sorry, Edgy.
Sorry doesn't cut it, you scumbag, threatening a young lady like that.
Ugh. Wait, hold up.
What now, pal?
What are you talking about? That threatening stuff.
I'll tell you what, you tried to scare Iris by threatening to expose her secret, pal.
What do you mean threatening? When did I threaten? Her.
Unless you want your secret to be exposed. That sure sounds like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact.
Give me a break, it's a love letter. Have you ever been in love? What did you just say? My love for it burns so hot it can melt all the snow on this mountain. Oh? Then what is the secret you mentioned? Oh, come now, Edgy. Don't you get it? I'm talking about secret love between her and me. What? That's why you... Oh my god, Larry. Obviously, she wanted an old lady bikini to know about it, right? About our hot and sour, bittersweet love affair. I feel like this is such a useless testimony right now. Alright, why did you send a love letter in a business, like, manila envelope? Give me a break, it's not my fault I didn't have any other envelope, sheesh.
Then why were you so quick to apologize, pal?
It's because Edgy gave me this scary look of his. What's wrong, Edgy? Why are you all quiet all of a sudden? That's it? That's what all those huge locks were about? I don't understand why you were so defensive. Well, I don't know either. It's just the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Hey, come on, don't let it get you down. Yeah, you know what? I wasn't really expecting great evidence coming from him. Would he even get any evidence whatsoever?
But Mr. Edgeworth, this guy's still hiding something, I know it.
What do you mean, detective?
Don't forget what this guy said a minute ago.
You really want to know? Last night, I saw something incredible. He's right. Why didn't I think of that before? He was saying something incredible. Larry. What is it? You're looking at me like a hungry dog just found a bone. What was this something incredible you saw last night? You're gonna have to tell me, Larry, one way or another. I already told you, didn't I? I saw lightning strike Dusky Bridge. Yes, I believe it was an incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true. What doesn't? If that's all there is to your story, your heart would have had those locks. Therefore, Larry, I do believe you saw something last night. Something more incredible than lightning. Nani? When? Where? Why? How?
Hey, what do you think you're doing? If you hide anything from Mr. Edgeworth, I'll risk you on the spot, pal.
What? 5 locks? No! No! Why do you have 5 locks?
What's wrong, sir?
Does this mean I have to do it all over again?
Damn, his secret is so good? Wait, his secret is so good it gained 5 locks? Psych locks? Jeez.
Maybe when Phoenix Wright comes back from his bed, from his hospital, maybe he should interrogate Larry. But why are you glaring at me like I'm next to be hit by a bolt of lightning? I just about had it with this harlequin. If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I'll just have to drag him to the witness stand.
You know what? True. Those locks are useless until we just drag him to court. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the next episode, we're gonna finally start the trial for episode 5 of the Bridge to the Turnaround. See you guys all next time.